Hello guys, it's metal cutting part 2 and it's series. It's second part of our series of metal cutting. So let's start. So before this I have already made the first video on metal cutting. So first watch the first video, then start with this. So I'm going to discuss with the formula how to memorize the formula of metal cutting. So let's talk about the first formula, which is tan phi equal to r cos alpha 1 minus r sin alpha, where phi is the shear angle. I already told you what is shear angle, and the alpha is the rake angle, and r is the chip thickness ratio. So again I'm telling you what are those value those things. Let me make the workpiece first. This is our workpiece. Let us assume it to be a workpiece, and this is a tool. Just assume this is a tool. So, and this is the reference plane, this is the shear plane, and what the angle between the shear plane and the cutting edge velocity, this axis show the cutting velocity. So the angle between the cutting velocity and the shear plane, this plane is the shear plane. The angle between them is known as phi, which is known as a shear angle. And the angle between the rake face, this is the tool face having the rake face. This is the rake face of tool, and the below part of the tool is known as flank face. The angle between the reference plane and the rake face is known as our alpha, which is known as rake angle. So let's move ahead further. Tan phi equal to r cos alpha upon 1 minus r sin alpha. So alpha is this value, and phi is this value, this angle value, and alpha is this angle value. And what is r? R is the chip thickness ratio. What is chip thickness ratio? It is the ratio of when the workpiece starts cutting, then the metal parts which is take part in cutting, this part it take parts in cutting, so it turns into the chip. When it's away from the metal piece, it turns into the chip, and what happens, its thickness increases due to strain energy. I have already told you in the previous video that when the metal cutting action takes place, the chip cutting occurs, and the chip thickness of the cutting part increases due to release of strain energy. This part releases some strain energy which leads in increment of some thickness. So it is the thickness of this part. It is a let's say it's TC and it's T. So it is the ratio of uncut upon my cut chip thickness. So how to remember this? It is not very difficult to memorize. Just remember what is as it is, r cos alpha upon 1 minus r sin alpha. So here it is the screenshot or SS of my notes. You can see that here is the formula, here is the chip thickness ratio. And one more thing also, that chip thickness ratio is always less than 1, because the TC value is greater than the T, because of the increment of some thickness. That's why, like, we know that the T having the fixed value, but if we cutting the workpiece, it starts releasing some strain energy, which leads to increment of some thickness in the cutted workpiece. So it is always less than 1. Here we have just take an observation. If we put the value of alpha equal to 0, what happens? If we put the value of alpha equal to 0, the cos 0 becomes 1 and the sin 0 becomes 0. So what happens? Tan phi equal to r, and we can say that tan phi is directly proportional to chip thickness ratio. So that's it for this slide. Let's move further ahead. So let's come to this next slide. Now we are going to discuss about velocity. There are three kinds of velocity here. We will study three kinds of velocity in this. First velocity is chip velocity. What is chip velocity? By which the chip starts moving from the rig face of the tool. It is known as chip velocity. Chip velocity, and it is denoted by VC. And second velocity is shear velocity, shear plane velocity, shear plane velocity, which is denoted by VS. VS, shear plane velocity, means how fast the cutting action takes place and how fast the shear plane occurring or forming. So it is known as shear plane velocity. Like how fast this, if the cutting action occurs continuously, the tool moves cutting action continuously, and it starts moving ahead. So it starts forming new shear plane continuously. So it is the velocity of how fast the VC formed. And the last velocity is the cutting velocity of the tool, V. It is known as cutting velocity. So I already told you the direction of all these velocity, like chip velocity. Like by using common sense, we can say that the chip velocity would be in this direction of this chip. And the next come to shear velocity. Shear, where the shear plane lie? This is where the shear plane lies. So by using some common sense, we can say that the shear velocity would be in this direction. If I'm making the workpiece here, then it is the chip part which shows the chip velocity, and this is the shear plane which shows the, let me change my pen color. This is shear plane which shows you shear velocity. And the last not least, this is cutting velocity which is shown by the tool. Just assume here a tool is present which takes a cutting action. So by making the vector sum here, we can say that the direction of the cutting velocity is this, the direction of the chip velocity is this, and the direction of shear velocity is this. So by using the sine rule, in one more thing also, just put all the angles where the angles was present. Here the angle was phi, which is shear angle, and there is a reference plane which makes an alpha angle with the rig face of the tool. So here will be here will be phi, because the shear plane here, this velocity is the shear plane velocity, and this is cutting velocity of tool. So there would be a phi angle between the tool's velocity and the shear plane velocity, and the cutting angle between the chip velocity and the phi, what would be this? So this would be, let me make here, where is the VC? VC is here and V is here. So what angle is this? This would be, if this is alpha, then this would be alpha, and this would be 90 minus alpha. So this would be 90 minus alpha, just using some angle method, and we know that the sum of all angles in triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So by finding this, we using angle sum property of a triangle, 180 minus 90 minus alpha minus of phi, then this would be this. So what it will give? It will give 90 plus alpha minus phi. So at the end we can write this. So just we have just make the velocity triangle to find the individual velocity of chips, shear plane, and the cutting and the tool. So let's move further ahead. What I have made, I have drawn, this is cutting velocity of tool, this is chip velocity, and this is shear plane velocity, Vs, and this was phi angle. Just using the some random angle theory, we have found that this is 90 minus alpha, and using angle sum property we can say it is 90 minus 5 minus alpha. So just using cosine rule, we can say that we can say v upon sine, it is sine 90 minus 5 minus, sorry for it, it's making very absurd, or let me erase it first, then I will again. It was v, okay, it was v, just using cosine rule. So by using cosine rule we can directly say that v upon sine 90 minus 5 minus alpha is equal to vc upon sine phi, vs upon sine 90 minus phi. So we know that if sine is 90 minus 5, which means that it is present in the first quadrant, and in the first quadrant every value of trigonometric value is positive, and it is at 90 degrees, hence it will become cos phi minus alpha. Pc upon it will be as it is, what it is written here, and it will be cos phi. Just